Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about starter homes, the typical first house for young home buyers dreaming of owning their first property. The starter home symbolizes the American dream. It's where young families and first-time home buyers could put down roots, build equity, and take their first step towards financial security. But today, that dream is slipping further out of reach. Rising home prices, stagnant wages, and the lack of affordable properties have made it increasingly difficult for many Americans to buy their first home. That said, today we're going to be discussing why Americans can't find starter homes anymore. Now, the first issue is the cost of buying a home. It isn't affordable for first-time homebuyers anymore. So according to a report by Fortune, as of mid-2024, the first-time homebuyer needs to earn nearly $80,000 per year to afford an entry-level home. However, half of the U.S. households earn significantly less than this amount, so leaving millions unable to buy a house even if they have steady jobs and good credit. It's a simple formula. Wages aren't increasing enough to match the increase in home prices. Over the past decade, the median home price in the United States has more than doubled in many areas, far outpacing wage growth. Now, this problem isn't surprising for those of us who live in a large city area like the LA housing market. However, prices have surged even in traditional affordable cities due to the increase in demand and the limited supply. Now, let's take a step back for a moment, and I have a question here for you. Have you tried to buy a home recently? If so, what was the biggest challenge that you faced? Was it pricing? Was it mortgage rates, competition, or actually was it something else? Drop your experience down below in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. So breaking this down further, it's really a supply and demand issue, and the supply of starter homes simply isn't there. Now, CNBC recently reported that the number of entry-level homes in the market had reached a historic low, so not enough homes are being built or sold at affordable prices to meet up with this demand right now. And there are several reasons for this shortage. First, home builders have shifted their focus to larger, more expensive homes. With rising construction costs, regulatory expenses, many builders find it much more profitable to simply develop higher-end homes rather than affordable starter properties. Now, this trend has it's more of a snowballed to a decline in the construction of smaller, budget-friendly homes, reducing that segment of the inventory. Also, the increase in corporate real estate investors has significantly reduced the number of starter homes available to individual buyers. Just a couple weeks ago, we released a video solely on this topic alone. Investment firms, house flipping operations have purchased thousands of low-priced homes to rent out for profit, and they're doing this here. This is reducing the number of properties for first-time homebuyers can actually afford in competitive markets. First-time buyers often struggle to compete with, there's a lot of all cash offers that are being put down from investors who can simply snag up properties quickly and drives the prices up even higher. And actually, let me ask you this. Should there be restrictions on large investment firms buying up all these starter homes, or is this just part of the free market? Again, let me know down below. So let's say you find a starter property of your dreams and your wages will allow you to consider purchasing it, which of course that's great until you see what your monthly payment on that house is going to be. High mortgage rates are another factor working against first-time home buyers. High mortgage rates have made homeownership increasingly difficult even for those who find an affordable house. So over the last handful of years, interest rates, let's call a spade, have continue to climb, making monthly payments even much more expensive. Now, the increase in borrowing costs has pushed many first-time home buyers simply out of the market, as they simply can't afford the combination of high home prices and elevated mortgage rates. Another issue for young would-be homeowners is that many are also struggling with student debt, rising rent costs, and an overall increase in cost of living, and this makes saving money for a down payment on a home that much more difficult. So the inability to afford a starter home is a major problem. Homeownership has always been one of the primary ways Americans build wealth. Because many young Americans cannot afford a starter home, they are forced to continue renting, missing out on financial benefits of equity building. So those who cannot afford to buy homes may struggle to accumulate wealth over time, while those who can afford to purchase property will continue to see their assets appreciate. This divide between those who can afford and those who cannot could shape the economic landscape for decades to come. Not to mention, the housing crisis is pushing many Americans to seek alternative paths to home ownership. Some are simply leaving areas like the big markets of like Los Angeles to move to more affordable cities or rural areas with lower home prices. Now, others opt for different housing solutions such as manufactured homes, fixer-uppers, or even co-buying with friends and family members to help afford the property that they're looking at. Now, while these strategies, let's be clear, can help some individuals enter the housing market, they are not feasible solutions for everyone. So the big question that everybody wants to know, how can the situation be improved? And it doesn't happen quickly, but it can, and that's the good thing with this here. It can. First, the supply of affordable housing simply needs to increase. By increasing the red tape they must navigate, builders must be encouraged to build smaller and more affordable homes. Also, financial assistance programs for first-time buyers could help bridge the affordability gap. Expanding down payment assistance programs, offering tax credits, and providing low-interest loans could help more Americans afford a starter home. Even changes in zoning laws could help with this as well. Some cities limit the types of affordable housing like duplexes and townhouses. Finally, there are some underlying economic issues that must be resolved. Wages need to keep going up with home prices, and reduced inflation could also allow some home buyers to be able to save for down payments. And while these solutions seem tough at the moment, with changes, this trend, it could change. If more starter homes are to be built and those who want to buy them have more income, the picture could get a lot brighter for first-time home buyers. And if you need help getting into your first home, I'm here to help. I know the market very well and would love to help you navigate your home buying or selling process. Simply drop me a message, give me a call, send me a text, whatever is convenient for you, or for that matter, comment on this video for more information. But friends, that's going to wrap up this video here for today. I hope you found some value with that. If you would like to help out the channel, please consider hitting the like button. Hitting the subscribe button will ensure that you do not miss a single video moving forward. But friends, that is all I have, so I will see you in the next video.